Okay, hey, welcome everybody to Monday Night Live. We've got the live chat, live stream. We're going to be talking about our favorite. These are stocks which have that 10x to 100x upside potential. And tonight we're going to be focusing on one of my favorite topics, which is always the charts, because I like to say that charts don't lie. Before we get started, everything tonight on this live stream is really purely opinion only. This has nothing to do with any kind of official corporate news, nothing from the companies. Purely, this is my opinion of what's happening with these charts from a technical perspective. And by the way, I should tell you, if you're not on Discord yet, definitely join our Discord channel. Find us on Discord. And of course, we are on Telegram at Wall Street Reporter. Sign up to get the notifications. We have a lot of alerts throughout the day, a lot of breaking stuff. So if you're actually, a relatively active trader, or maybe you kind of want to get an update on when our live stream is coming up, news, things like that, definitely subscribe. And of course, you got to be a subscriber on our YouTube channel. Okay, so let's go to the charts of the day. Okay, so a lot of action today. A lot of our stocks are up tremendously today. And what's interesting is this: two of our stocks are in the top 5 on the CSE. Top 5 volume leaders on the CSE today be CBDT and fans, which is great. It shows that the money is starting to flow into these stocks. These stocks are starting to get on the radar. Again, these companies were really pretty much unknown up until recently. I think pretty much until we got started with these guys. So now, once these things start getting, they start getting that massive visibility, they start showing up on the CSE volume leaders. Success creates success. So there's going to be a lot more. A lot of eyes are starting to look at these stocks all of a sudden. It's just a snowball effect. One of the great, but again, from a fundamental standpoint, I mean, we're going to be talking about charts, but from a fundamental standpoint, look, we're looking at these companies. They have 3 things in common. And by the way, check out our other live streams, the recordings we have. We talk about the fast lane strategy, the 10K to 1 million, 18 months, all good stuff. How do we pick these super stocks? We're going to be talking about that. So check out those videos. Those go into details. I don't want to spend half an hour, but those cover a lot. But hey, 3 things. These are companies going after multi-billion-dollar market opportunities. Number 1. Number 2, there are key inflection points. There's going to be a lot of news flow happening. 3, multiple near-term catalysts in place that could drive that stock. So there's got a lot of things. All the stars are kind of lined up. Yes, this is the snowball. The snowball is starting to roll. It's going to be very exciting. Look, I got to tell you, one of the things, we kind of have like a proprietary algorithm that we have, which kind of tracks, how stocks, when they're going to start to move. And it's kind of based on sentiment and momentum. It's pretty accurate. And what we're starting to see right now with stocks like fans, for sure, peak with CBDT is exactly the same type of action which we've seen with all our previous 10 baggers. Am I saying that these stocks are going to be 10x from here? I don't know. But again, we're not getting involved with these stocks unless we really see that potential for 10x returns. Again, everything that we're doing is anytime we bring on a company onto the next super stock or discovery day, those companies have to have 10x plus upside potential. We're not doing stocks which you have to make 50%, 100%. So let's go to JH Kim. Good to have you back. Fans all in. Okay, we get the money bags. Hey, woo, thank you. Okay, so let's go to the charts. Let's go to let's see, what do we got here? Okay, hands. Okay, so here's okay. Let me see if are these chart. Okay, so here's what's happening with fans, man. Great day today. The stock really broke out from Friday. It had a great follow through, as you can see. I would have liked to be candid. I would have liked to see the stock close at sort of a 38-cent range. I would have liked to see it go a little bit higher. But there's probably a little bit of profit taking. There was kind of, I guess there was some seller who has been involved in that stock in the last few months. I think they're pretty much out of it. But here's what's great: the new high today was made with record volume. Check out this volume. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Look at this volume. Of course, we are above the moving average. I mean, really, it's like all the technical signals are like green. It's like green lights. Check out this weekly. It's still, I guess, still in formation, but yeah, so things are looking good. You guys like point and figure? I never figured out, no pun intended, I never figured out how to use point and figure charts. That's like a real old man thing, point and figure. Does anybody in this live stream know how to use point and figure? That's like an old man commodity futures thing. Okay. So yeah, Frank, not enough money to go around for all these stocks. Could be a good point. Yeah, you kind of want to be, look, that's the thing. That's why we're only going to have with these things, we're only going to deal with a handful of stocks. I mean, if you look, we're only dealing with how many stocks? We have maybe 8 stocks in kind of our universe. We're not going to go beyond it with Next Super Stock or Discovery Day, those 2 platforms. We're not going to have 100 stocks here. It's going to be maybe 10 stocks at the most, and maybe even less. Because look, I mean, I've talked about, I've talked about before. Look, we're going to go after big gains, big wins, and and you don't do that from chasing 1,000 stocks. It all comes, you want to focus on a handful of big winners, and that's what we're doing here. I mean, like, we turned down so many companies because we don't want to dilute the energy we're putting into these. And again, we don't want stuff that unless it has that 10-bagger potential and we can get at least 5x or more within a few months at least. Okay, so fans is looking great. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so fans, again, I think this thing is ready to take off. We might see a little bit of pullback here because these things are always tricky. You got to be humble in these markets. I always like to say that. Okay, CBD, one of our action stocks for today. Look at these technical indicators here. Okay, you got the moving average looking bullish. I don't use these indicators. I kind of eyeball stuff now. I'm doing this so long. So yeah, check out this breakout. Look at this breakout here on massive volume. Okay, so we're looking at record volume here. Okay, guys, we're looking at record volume, a new high. The technical indicators look great. I think we're about to get the moving averages to cross over. So this thing is looking solid. CBDT, from a technical perspective, this thing is looking great. Let's go to. Okay, here's a surprise. Here's a surprise today. Let's go to a surprise for today. Visby. Have you guys seen Visby? Well, apparently this thing is not pulling up a Visby. Okay, why is Visby not coming up? Okay, here we go. See, this is you're getting it on the ground floor. Even stockcharts.com can't pull up Visby. Okay, let's take a look at these technicals. This moving average, we're about to get a buy signal here. The stock is right at that resistance, a little bit of a resistance coming in at maybe 19 cents, roughly. Once the stock crosses 19 cents, I mean, it's going to take off. I mean, this thing is looking good. I would like to see a little bit more volume. The company's got a great fundamental story. It's still, it's a little bit early stage. I mean, this thing is just kind of coming together. So you got to check out the videos that we did. There's an interview, there's a presentation with the CEO Jay Hutton. So you see exactly what they do. It's really incredible. It's AI, it's big data. There's a lot of great things in that story. And I believe once kind of investors discover it, this thing could really take off. So that's Visby. So definitely check this out. Check out the videos. So again, do your due diligence over there. Yeah, Peak. Speaking of Peak, let's take a look at Peak. So Peak was actually a little bit quiet today, but I'll tell you what. Let's take a look at this. To me, this thing looks like it is about to break out. Look at this triangle, kind of this pennant triangle, whatever you want to call this thing. It is looking like it could break out. I mean, if this stock closes if this closes, excuse me, if we close above $1.50 Canadian tomorrow, we're going to see new highs. I mean, we're going to see 225, 250, and up. And I think we're going to see Peak and all fans are going to be presenting on our live stream this Thursday. So go to our website, go to wallstreetreport.com, go to that events, and you have to register for this one. You put in your email to join the to join that live stream. Yeah, so I think Peak. Hemi in the house. Oh, yes, a Peak ready to go. News, yeah, could be news. Yeah, I think we're gonna have. I don't know of any news, but hey, we could have news. So yeah, if Peak gets news, this thing could break out. Earnings tomorrow. Let's see. We got Peak. Okay. Yeah, so this thing could really break out, and when it does, again, if that stock goes on the top volume, the top 5 volume leaders, it'll be very exciting. November 26th, that's what I was thinking, the 26th of the month, right? Yeah, I think Peak, Eric, I think Peak is, that's what I think. I mean, I think it's kind of a short consolidation. If you look at the previous kind of like, if you look at those previous kind of triangles, it kind of broke out. Some of them kind of failed, but then it broke. So you see that over here. Is my cursor working? Okay, I don't know. Okay, whatever. You see the previous triangles. I don't know. This thing is not working, maybe. But okay, Sean, how do you sign up for the Thursday live stream? Go to wallstreetreport.com. In the events tab, click you'll see next Superstock live stream, and then just click the button. It's a little bit complicated. Just put in your email. It's going to be very easy. So yeah, so we're waiting. We're going to be climbing Mount Everest. We're going to be the reverse snowball. It's the snowball is getting bigger. Okay, so we covered Peak, and let's go to, okay, so here's an interesting one. Before we forget, one of our favorite stocks here, which I think is going to be a monster stock, is Cloud, right? Okay, Cloud. What's happening with Cloud? What's happening with Cloud is this thing has been consolidating. It's at the support level right now, so it's kind of hanging out. I think it's gonna bounce off here. It's gonna maybe like fake some people out. You got a lot of people that came into the stock, at $1, $2, at the recent highs. A lot of people are gonna get shaken out of that stock. And I believe it will run. Yeah, it's this thing is like the coil. I gotta say though, the coil was happening earlier. This one, it's a little bit. It's not as strong. I would say it's a little bit weak, maybe. You had probably some selling from the financing they did. So it's the stock. I would say, look, I think it's a little bit on the defense right now. Let's call it resting, but this is one of these things which the trend is definitely up, and I believe we will break out soon. Yeah, the link for tomorrow for Thursday live stream is going to be in the Discord. So go to the Discord thing. Oh, hang on a second. Let me change this up here. By the way, guys, join the Telegram channel. Telegram channel. Okay, so let's go to some comments here. Okay, so we're talking about Doc, right? Okay, so let's take a look at what else can we see on Doc. Okay, so we got the weekly chart looks pretty good. I think the weekly chart actually looks better. I mean, if we kind of close above 280, if it starts moving, it's going to be, game on for Doc. Yeah, so Doc is looking good. And what else do we have? We have, hey, let me pull up a chart on our presenter tomorrow. CRVC, is anything going to come up? Is anything coming up on CRVC? No. Okay. It's not coming up. Okay. Let me put the fans thing up. I think this thing is maybe too new for okay. I'm gonna leave the fan side because I think this is gonna be one of the big kind of surprise movers. I mean, this is a stock that I think, as you can see, it's moved pretty quickly. I mean, it's basically doubled. I mean, Fans has essentially doubled. Fans has doubled in the last week. I mean, am I right? Is it up 100%? It's crazy. Sean, yeah, Telegram. You guys got to sign up for the Telegram. Telegram is where we get the great updates. There's also audio. There's audio updates, video, audio. During the trading day. So you definitely want to be on there. Fans a year from now. Wow. I think it could be $2.50, $3. I mean, that's the target. I mean, I think it's going to be a $2.53 stock. I mean, that's why, we're involved in it. I wouldn't touch it otherwise. Okay, Jack, good name. I assume you're on Telegram. Okay. There we go. Hammy was in at 20 cents. Hammy bought it on Friday. Wow, great timing. Blue sky. I don't know about blue sky, but 10 bag. Blue sky means 100x. I don't know about it. I don't know about that. But look, this thing has 10x built into it. Okay, so listen, tomorrow we're gonna have a live stream with Cross River CRVC. It's a gold stock, also on the CSE. For those of you guys who are in the what's that thing? The TFSA, TSF, whatever, that Canadian tax-free savings account. What a great thing. I want to answer a question here that came in. Who was asking a question about the parlay strategy? Where is that question? There we go. Okay. You got out of Cloud. Wow, John, why'd you get out of Cloud? I think Cloud still has room to run. I mean, Cloud could be $5. But hey, listen, this is the risk you take. You got out of Cloud. I don't know what price you got in at Cloud, but if you got out, I don't know if you made 5x. What did you make, John? I don't know if you want to tell us, what was your upside, but yeah, I mean, you could see, but I mean, that's a good stock. I mean, Cloud is that's a stock where you got institutions piling into it right now. I mean, that has a lot of legs. It's not done yet. I mean, Cloud is not done. He's all in Fans. Nobody would, yeah, he wouldn't get out of Cloud, no. But hey, listen, this is part of the fun. I mean, it's always the stocks, the ones that you get out, those are the ones that go up, and so you never know. Yeah, hey, Frank, I wish we had the TFSA in the US, but no, the IRA thing is only for retirement, and when you take your money out, you got to pay tax. I guess in Canada, you can take your money out of the TFSA and you don't pay tax, which is Amazing. Cloud booming. Wow. A lot of people don't like that selling cloud. Hang on a second. What do we got here? Cloud. Yeah. So cloud. Listen, I think clouds got legs, but if you want to take money off the table, maybe you want to take half off the. These things are always. One thing which we haven't really talked about, and this is really going to be the thing that is, major. Critical to success is exactly, how do you allocate capital? When do you get out? Do you scale out of a position? In other words, do you sell half of, let's say you make money on cloud, you're up 5x, do you sell half, put it into the next one? That's tricky. I mean, that's really beyond beyond my pay grade. That gets into some deep portfolio management theory, and that's like, that is, if I knew the answers, I wouldn't be doing this live stream. I'd be just, running a couple $1 billion, right? What's okay? So $5. Kim, are you talking about cloud or fans? I think both could. I mean, cloud for sure could be $5. Let's see. Okay, so John M. He got in. Oh, see, listen, hey, John, if you're making 3 times your money, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I think though, if you've been following our stocks, you see they usually they usually go 5x, 10x. I mean, 3x is kind of like an appetizer. It's just getting started. But listen, you made a profit. There's nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with taking a profit. So congratulations. God bless, and I hope you do well with fans. I'm sure you will do well with fans. And listen, what's fun? We're going to find out. We're going to maybe, I don't know, we have no way of knowing actually, unless people share their portfolio, whatever. Maybe, what we should do is for our fast lane strategy, we may have one of those portfolio tracking things, and what is it? The copy trade. We could figure something out because listen, there's a big difference between people who know how to trade it in these stocks and just talking about a stock, right? That's a huge difference. So, and we're going to be talking more about that, the fast lane club, fast lane strategy. Yeah, John, we're just kidding with you. TFSA 5, yeah, it's limited. You can only put in 5,500, 6,200. Okay, so let's see here. He got out at 290. That's pretty good. Got in fans. Hey, this guy's making the right moves. Still good to get in. Wow, this is a tricky question, Sean. I don't know. We don't do buy sell recommendations. I could tell you that, I think this stock is, my opinion. Let me just put up that banner, which has the disclaimer. In my opinion, this is strictly my opinion, I think this is going to be, a 10 bagger from where we got in. I think was right around here, 25 cents, September. So, yeah, I think this, this thing could pull back. I mean, this fans has kind of, a lot of these stocks are kind of tricky when they kind of get going. They fake out a lot of people. In terms of, all of a sudden tomorrow we might see fans down, 10 cents, and everybody's going to panic and then goes back up. I mean, that's what happens. John, definitely keep us updated. You're on the right track. You are on the right track. Fans, monthly active users. Ask that question Thursday. Great question. Ask Thursday. Am I invested? I am technically, yeah, because we have, we're in it for the options. So we're basically aligned. We have an option position the company gives us in these stocks. I mean, they pay us cash for things we do, because by the way, what we do with these companies, what you see the live stream, that's like the tip of the iceberg. The promotional campaign is very extensive. And it's expensive for us, for the companies. So yeah, so we have options in these stocks, and that's why I'm not taking on 50, 100 companies because you can't succeed that way. We only want to have maximum maybe 10 companies, really 5 to 8. I think it's going to be maximum 8 companies, because there's only a handful of great companies at any one time. There really are. And we just want to get in on the ground floor, find a company which has those criteria, which is again the big market opportunities, inflection points, multiple catalysts, ride the wave, and then find the next deal. I mean, I'm looking for companies which are undiscovered, which companies which have a great story, where we can bring them to the attention of investors, and then the value is created, the value is unleashed, and the companies, they deliver on their fundamentals, the stocks take off, and that's it. We go on to the next thing. I'm not interested in doing like IR, for companies for 5 years, where just boring, they're up 5%, 10%. That stuff is boring stuff. There's other websites for that. Although we might do that with the Wall Street Portal, like in general, we might have that. But right now, we're strictly focused on 10 baggers only. 10 baggers only. Let's see here. IPNFF, good question. We're not working with IP right now. We have, basically our contract with them was up a couple months ago. I'm kind of did some extra work with him because I like Alan. Alan was a great guy. He's a class act. I'm just waiting to find out like what they're planning to do going forward in terms of news flow, et cetera, because really we need to have for this platform, the next Superstock platform, I gotta have companies which have news flow. They gotta have, real inflection points. They gotta basically be like that plane taking off, So, we've had companies in the past where they signed up and, they showed up on the live stream, and then you don't hear from them for the next 3 weeks or a month. I mean, we've had a couple of those, right? So we're kind of fine tuning on that. So yeah, we're only looking for companies which have big news flow. Very important. Yeah, 10% is boring. This is not. We're only doing 10 baggers. Yeah, and again, I mean, any company that we have on this platform, it means they have still 10x upside from like the point where we got started. So, we got started with Cloud at 50 cents. I think this thing has $5 in it. I mean, we're probably going to be with Cloud for a couple months. I mean, they're getting a momentum of their own, so we'll see what happens. Logic is really one of our hidden gems, I think. Unfortunately for our Canadian friends, it's OTC, so they can't buy it in that TFSA, right? Oh, hang on a second. I got somebody asking about which stock. Fans. Okay. Get that. Keep that on the screen. Yeah, news flow is critical. Look, I can't underemphasize this. The secret to the success for the next Superstock program is companies that, again, we're saying that they're at an inflection point. What does that mean? It means that stuff starts to happen, right? We're expecting that snowball to start rolling, meaning news flow, sales, whatever, deals, whatever, positive news flow, which creates an increased perception of the stock. So if a company doesn't have news flow, at least every 2 weeks, every 10 days, it's not going to work. I mean, we've had, we had PMed back in, August. The guys didn't have news. We had, a couple of stocks like that. It's just, when they signed up, they said, oh yeah, we're going to have news. And, active news flow. Look, I mean, here's what happens. Next Superstock platform, specifically, its companies are ready to take off like a rocket. A company that's taken off like a rocket usually has news flow. Now, listen, of course, some companies, I don't want to mention names, but, they start putting out news which is like not relevant or whatever. It's like, they start coming up with excuses to put. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about legitimate news. We're talking about legitimate news. We need companies which have solid fundamental news flow, which has which can impact the stock. Peak, yeah. Hey, CBDT, Empower, yeah, these guys have news. Uh, girl is like the truth. Buy the rumor, sell the news. I could not agree more. Buy the rumor, sell the news. This applies with all these stocks. Look, once these things start blowing up, these stocks, once they go up 10x, if a stock goes from 50 cents to what, if a stock goes straight up, parabolic, 10x, 15x, that means all that, that excitement, all the potential value, future, it's all baked in. So you gotta, once they deliver the news, that's already done. People want the next thing. So you gotta get out of these things once they do that parabolic move, because at that point, they're gonna go into kind of like a hibernation till their fundamentals catch up to the stock price. I mean, that's what we're seeing, frankly, with Intar. I mean, this is a stock that went 13x. Now it's hanging out. I mean, they're putting out news, and it's not really, what I would call actionable news. I mean, so you want stuff which is like fans. Example, news like CBDT. That's a serious news announcement today. Stocks have price memory, just like muscle memory. Yeah, exactly. CBDT. I talked about CBDT, right? Anything else I can answer about? CBDT is hey, this thing is ready to take off. Should we put up the CBDT chart again? CBDT. Okay, we got a lot of CBDT fans in the house here. Okay. This thing is looking great. I mean, I don't see any reason why this thing can't blow out through 15 cents. Probably, I mean, this could be easily a 50-cent stock, you know? So Cloud will have great earnings. I hope so. Yeah, I'm looking for big news on Cloud. They're actually, their fundamentals are getting better and better, which is interesting. What did the guy say? Buy the rumor, sell the news. Yeah. So Cloud, there's been a big run up in the price. It's catching. It's kind of, the news is catching up. I think they're going to have some great things that they're doing. The enterprise. They're getting into the enterprise action. And one thing I can't underemphasize, that company here's what you got to look at with Cloud, which none of our other stocks have as of yet, and it's very important, is they have institutional sponsorship at this point, okay? So there is, a lot of money, a lot of bankers, brokers, analysts, a lot of people are committed to the stock at this point. They're invested. There's a lot of money tied up. The company generates fees, when they do M&A, when they're raising capital. Canaccord, all these guys, they love them. They're on board. Q4, everyone's getting sick in winter, COVID second wave. Yeah, listen, Cloud, I don't think is a COVID stock. It's way beyond that. So I don't think these things are really, people are not really buying. Okay, so right now, Cloud is not, it's not one of those mature companies which you want to trade base. I don't think the earnings really matter for Cloud. It's not an earnings story. A couple of years from now, it will be. We're not going to be involved in that stock. We're not involved in stocks where, they have earnings calls and you have analysts talk about, oh, well, your margins are up 3%, and this was down by 4%, and this was up by, these marginal, that we're getting involved in companies which are kind of at that concept stage, okay, emerging growth, and then they blow up. Once they have that growth, once they start talking about that incremental revenues, we're long gone. So CBDT, yeah, they doing. Yeah, we'll see what they're doing. Vaccine news. I think, yeah, this is exactly right, JH. This vaccine thing has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with Cloud. It is no impact. I mean, it's not. This is not a. It's not a like a video conference, a work from home stock. This is not that at all. Again, they got to change the name maybe because cloud. That's the other thing. If you saw Jim Cramer, he was talking about this, saying that any company with the cloud story, the cloud in it, got whacked in the last week because of the vaccine. So I think maybe cloud should change their name to Cloud Airlines. Cloud. Yeah, definitely. So the enterprise thing that's going to be the next level. What happened to, I haven't followed the well chart. I don't know the well chart. ICANN. Yeah, ICANN is a great one. I mean, ICANN, they're in an uptrend. I think that stock is in a solid uptrend. The fundamentals are solid. I don't, why don't I have them on? I'm not talking about them today only because I'm talking about like stocks which are breaking out, like stocks which are like blowing up. You know what? Hey, this thing again, you got kind of this pennant thing happening here. It could blow. I think it's in an uptrend. I'm waiting kind of for like a buy. I mean, it could look, it could break out from this pennant over here. It just what ICANN does not have right now from a technical standpoint is what these other guys have. They have that real strong momentum. These things really taking off. But fundamentally, they're in the right place, right time. Ooh, Eric, can this be our first 100 bagger from your mouth to God's ear? Can this be $3.50? That would be tough. That would be tough. I think we're going to see our 100 baggers. Frankly, it's going to be in something which has that blue sky. It's going to be in like a resource stock. It's going to be like some gold exploration deal. You want to get in and, right before the geologists start falling out of the helicopters. So okay, there's a bad joke there. But yeah, you want to, I think the resource stocks are going to be where we could see crazy runs, whether it's uranium, whether it's gold. We're going to see some big moves. Hammy is a fan of ICANN. If Hammy likes ICANN, there's got to be a good reason. CloudMD will be successful. Yeah, absolutely. It has nothing to do with with that stuff. Yeah. Cloud. Hey, this is critical. You can't. The biggest thing with these companies is the CEO. Dr. Hamza, listen, the guy's a solid guy. He can raise capital. He knows how to deal with institutions. Not everybody gets. I mean, this company really is it's even though it's a micro cap stock, it's still a small cap stock, but it's institutional already. I mean, their story is solid. The team is solid. It's a turnkey package. So there's a big difference between a lot of companies could be great, micro caps, but they may not be ready for that, to go to a $5 billion. It's a big difference. Not, look, there's some CEOs can go from, 0 to 50 million, whatever, but then they can't go to the next level. Everybody has their limit. And listen, some guys, I don't know if Dr. Hamza can go from, to 50 billion. He probably is not that guy. I mean, it's probably going to be another guy. It's going to be, some guy that comes out of, I don't know, Google, Eric Schmidt. I don't know. I'm throwing it in there. I don't know. But yeah, here's the thing. This guy is the right guy for this company. That's, I think, one of the reasons why they're able to, get this traction with institutions. They're getting the institutional sponsorship because they feel comfortable with the guy. He's a solid player. I'm not surprised peak has gone down because look, you got profit taking. The stock has had a massive run. What you want the stock to go up every day? Come on. Let's see. Graphite. Yeah. They got the marijuana. They got the joint machine rolling. They got the machine that's like a money machine. It's like a money machine. It's better than printing money. I mean, the money is worthless. joints, marijuana. I mean, this, you could sell this anywhere. It's gold, ganja gold, action happening here. Great point, Rohit. Who needs a 100-bagger? All you need is two 10-baggers. This is the whole point. Rohit gets the point. All you need is two 10-baggers, or even a 10-bagger and a 5, whatever combination. You just got to have a couple of parlays going. And if you look at it, the stocks that we've been talking about, people, you could have parlayed money. I mean, we have one guy who's already parlayed, who's talking about it. We have other people who've probably done it. Two 10-baggers. Hey, I'm happy with 5-baggers. I don't care. CloudMD, yeah, we said it. No, we don't only do this CSE. For some reason, I am doing CSE right now. I mean, it's a flavor or whatever. I mean, look, we've had mostly OTC before. That we've had New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ. I mean, look, Fubo TV. Let's pull up Fubo. I'm going to pull up Fubo. Why? Because, a lot of people say, oh, these guys, all they do is talk about penny stocks, scams. These are all scams, OTC scams. Okay, so here is one of our former clients. Now, again, hey, this is a company that's, quite frankly, they're kind of too big for us at this point. They're too important for us now. But Fubo TV got started on our platform as Face Bank FBNK over the counter back in February. The stock, I think, $10, no volume, and that was off to a slow start, frankly, and for a couple of reasons. I mean, one of the reasons was they weren't putting out news. And then they did merger. But anyway, they merged with Fubo TV, which you know about now. This is one of the hot streaming stocks. They're getting started, and of course, they're getting into sports betting. That was one of the big reasons for the move. If you see on YouTube, I have an interview with David Gandler, the CEO, back in July, and I specifically talked to him about the sports betting in July. So you guys could have gotten in on Fubo, $9. This could be a big winner. So we've had New York Stock Exchange companies. To answer the question, so Cloud has got doctors, which is, I don't know if that's good or bad, but this guy seems to know what he's doing. So CloudMD, yeah, they're catching up to Amazon and Cloud would be great partners. Yeah. Hey, I think, purely my opinion, I think Cloud, they're probably setting up to do to be bought out by one of the big players. Maybe they get bought out at $7-10 a share. I don't know. I mean, I think that's going to be the exit. I don't think this company is going to be independent a year from now. I think they're going to be bought out by somebody for some decent cash. This is there's a lot of strategic buyers. I mean, if you look at what they're doing, they're putting together real strategic assets. Somebody is going to see value in that. And, listen, for Amazon, $2 billion is like a snack. Full House, 5-baggers, 10-baggers. Penny, what do we got? We got great stock. Which one? I don't know which one. We got so many great stocks. Oh, fans? Okay. Any info on fans? No info at all. I don't know anything about this. Brie X. Yeah, it's an old joke. 4,000 tests a day. Yeah. Okay. So Eric, so your analysis is, if they get a little telemedicine action going to the story, they do these 4,000 tests a day with the COVID thing happening, and if they trade on NASDAQ. By the way, I don't think NASDAQ has any real impact on the stock unless the stock already has big eyeballs, it has stuff happening. Look, there's plenty of orphan stocks on NASDAQ. I mean, there's plenty of dollar stocks on NASDAQ, 50-cent stocks. So yeah, I think CBD is going to be a big winner, in my opinion, again. I don't know if it's going to be on NASDAQ in the next year. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, I'm hoping that they're going to have news. I think they are. I think they're going to have news flow. They're going to have some news flow happening. They got the games coming out, so there's definitely a lot of stuff happening. There's definitely a lot of stuff happening with fans. Let's find out Thursday. Again, go to our website, sign up. You're gonna have to sign up. This is gonna be the Thursday fans and peak live stream is not gonna be on YouTube. So you're gonna have to sign up. You're gonna have to go, put in your email, go to our website on the events page, next Superstock, register, and tomorrow we will have CRVC and a PIA Energy. So we're going to have a gold exploration stock, which has got some great, massive potential in Ontario. They're in all the right areas. If you guys are looking for that, 10x plus 100 bagger in the gold space, and again, gold is, I think gold is going to be one of the big stories of the next 18 months. I've been saying that for a while. I mean, once gold hits 3,000, which it will, these stocks are going to explode, and you want to be in them now. You don't want to be chasing them. Let's see here. Okay. I think we're wrapped up. Okay, listen. Hey, everybody, thank you for joining us on the live stream. So let me just wrap up and say, if you're not a subscriber to our YouTube, subscribe to the channel. What do you got to do? You press the subscribe, the like, push the like button so the YouTube algorithm likes us, and alerts, whatever you need there. But you got the Discord, which is great, and the great one is Telegram. Telegram alerts throughout the day. We send out about, sometimes a few alerts, sometimes 10 alerts if stocks are moving. We send out charts, discussion, all that good stuff. JH, thank you. And fans, yeah, they're going to be targeting they are the millennials. Who's buying these stocks? 95% of our audience on YouTube is 25 to 37, I believe. 25 to 37 is the average age. 90% male and 50% is in Canada. Those are the stats. We got to get some good-looking girls on this site for the live streams. I mean, Hammy and Paul. I mean, listen, you guys are good-looking, but we got to get one of these girls who are on these sports channels. I saw this on. Who had this today? Somebody was sharing something from one of these sports betting things. These guys, it was incredible. Discord, thanks to Hammy. And that's it. Okay, guys, thank you very much. We'll see you in the next live stream. Join us tomorrow for Cross River, CRVC, and a PIA Energy, 12:30 Eastern Time. Those could be some big winners in the fake meat. This was a guy saying fake meat stocks. Yeah, no. Those are suckers. No, they're all buying these stocks. They're going to peak. They're going to fans, CBDT. So